What is the most interesting, top secret document that has now been declassified and is publicly available? The Plutonium Files, not the name of it but book based on secret medical experiments conducted in the US during the Cold War, really opens your eyes on what our government is capable of. MKUltra, dudes, CIA experimented on US and Canadian citizens. Everything from drugs to sexual torture. Participants ranged from Robert Hunter, Grateful Dead lyricist, to the Unabomber, before they were famous. Whitey Bulger too. Fucked up. John Lennon's FBI file. He said he was being tracked every way possible, and everyone thought he was nuts. He was 100% correct. His possible influence on the country infuriated Nixon. CIA and crack. Our wonderful government in its infinite wisdom decided to sell crack in primarily black neighborhoods in the 80s. Or, Tuskegee syphilis. Infecting poor blacks under the guise of free medical treatment. I posted here late, but to me, the most interesting one is Stone Ruby agreement between Israel and United States. After Israeli attacked and killed a bunch of Americans, United States and Israel simply swept that under the rug and formed partnership to this date. The color-coded war plans from the 20s. We had plans to deal with every country, including allies like Canada, Great Britain, and Australia. An atomic rifle, basically a nuke fired like an RPG. They were actually built and deployed. The theory was that the Soviet Union might be rolling thousands of tanks across the plains of Europe, so to stop them soldiers would dig small foxholes, fire a nuke at the oncoming tank line, and duck into the foxhole. Because the RPG wouldn't be able to propel the nuke far enough away that the soldier would be outside the blast zone, so they'd need a foxhole to protect them from an atomic explosion. Yes, really. Mentioned briefly already. But more info on Operation Northwoods declassified in 1998 during the 60s. The US Joint Chiefs of Staff made a plan intending to give the US an excuse to launch war on Cuba. Fake terrorist attacks against their own US citizens to be blamed on communist Cuba. The plan was eventually rejected, but it involved innocent people being shot in the streets, bombings in major US cities and hijacking planes.